कुंज विहारी कुंज विहारी जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। जयो गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जयो गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोधनन्दना रज जन रंजना। यशोदानन्दन रज जन रंजना। यशोदानन्दन रज जना रंजना। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधवा बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय श्री राधे। जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ श्री राधे। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। हरि जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। हरि जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय हो पूरा प्रेमानंदे। नटराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, शरद प्रभुपाद की श्री राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. Today we are Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 6th chapter and 4th verse. It's spoken by Maitreya to Vidura and is talking about Brahma's words. Tadakarnya vibupraha Tadakarnya vibupraha तेजीयसी कृतागसी तेजीयसी कृतागसी क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान् क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान् न प्रायेण भुभूषताम् न प्रायेण भुभूषताम् तदा कर्ण्य विभुप्राः तेजीयसी कृतागसी क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान् न प्रायेण भुभूषताम् तदा कर्ण्य विभुप्राः तेजीयसी कृतागसी क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान् न प्रायेण भुभूषताम्
तदा कर्ण्य विभुप्राः
तदा कर्ण्य विभुप्राः
तेजीयसी कृतागसी
तेजीयसी कृतागसी
क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान्
क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान्
प्रायेण भूषिताम्
न प्रायेण बुभूषताम्. Anybody else?
तदा कर्ण्य विभुप्राः
कर्ण्य विप्राः
तेजीयसी कृतागसी
तेजीयसी कृतागसी
तत्र सा भूयान्
क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान्
प्रायेण भूषिताम्
न प्रायेण बुभूषताम्. So, the synonyms tat, the events related by the demigods and others. Akarnya, after hearing. Vibhuhu, Lord Brahma. Praha, replied. Teji Yasi, a great personality. Kritagasi, has been offended. Kshemaya, for your happiness. Tatra, in that way. Sa, that. Bhuyatna, is not conducive. Prayena, generally. Ubhushatam, desire to exist. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ji ki. Translation. When Lord Brahma heard everything from the demigods and the members who had attended the sacrifice, he replied, "You cannot be happy in executing a sacrifice if you blaspheme a great personality and thereby offend his lotus feet. You cannot have happiness in that way." But Lord Brahma explained to the demigods that although Daksha wanted to enjoy the results of fruitive sacrificial activities, it is not possible to enjoy when one offends a great personality like Lord Shiva. It was good for Daksha to have died in that fight because it had lived, he would have committed such offenses at the lotus feet of great personalities again and again. According to Manu's law, when a person commits murder, punishment is beneficial for him because if he is not killed, he might commit more and more murders and therefore be entangled in his future lives for having killed so many persons. Therefore, the king's punishment of a murderer is appropriate. If those who are extremely offensive are killed by the grace of the Lord, that is good for them. In other words, Lord Brahma explained to the demigods that it was good for Daksha to have been killed. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanakshalaakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadadi Supadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्तः राधाकान्तः नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वतीति नामिने श्रीवार्षवानवि देवी दयिताय कृपाब्दये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिद श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धाप सिद्धान्तध्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्तं विद्येष्टसज्जनप्रियः वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Maitreya is telling that तदा कन्या विभुप्राः
तदा कर्णे विभुप्राः
तेजीयसी कृतागसी
तेजीयसि कृतागसि
क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान्
क्षेमाय तत्र सा भूयान्
न प्रायेण बुभूषताम्.
प्रायेण बुभूषताम्.
तदा कन्या विभुप्राः. So Vibhu means who? The Brahma, the creator of this universe. So Vibhu, Praha, he told. So as he simply told whatever he comes to his mind, no. First, what he did was that he listened. It's called empathic listening. A leader should have a quality of empathic listening. He should not have anything preoccupied in his mind. First, he should listen what the problem is. So this is the greatest quality of the great personalities like Brahma and devotees of Krishna. So they will listen the problems. And there are two kinds of problems. One is that there is a genuine reason, the genuine problems like the truth, whatever is they wanted to convey out of ignorance. They wanted to ask questions. And other one is out of ignorance, deep ignorance, they will start blaspheme the people and trying to tell whatever it comes to their mind and blaspheme the people more and more. So the blaspheme words and the truth of the problems. So there are two kinds, So the blasphemy is called as Kutinati. Another thing is that the genuine problems and reasons behind that they wanted to convey out of their ignorance of the knowledge and ignorance of the situation. So that's why they approach a Vaishnava. So being a Vaishnava, we should be able to assess and understand by listening carefully with deep compassion towards them. So here Brahma did the same. He first listened what their problems are. And there are genuine problems. And that akarnya means what? So through our ears, the karna means ears. Akarnya means inviting those words into our ears. And sending to our heart is depending upon our willingness. It's called psychic thinking, feeling, willing. So these words are really relishable or not. If those words are blasphemy, we should reject them. If these words are glorifying Lord, we should accept it, because this heart is the pool of receiving the Lord Krishna. So we should accept it. Otherwise, we should reject there itself. And if there is a thing to analyze, so we should send to our vichakshana jnana, the intelligence, which is called as the power of discrimination. We can discriminate what is correct and what is wrong, accordingly advise. Here, the Vibhu, the Brahma, has did the same. And he told that Praha, he told that Tejiyasi. So you are talking about the great Vaishnava, Tejiyasi. He is having so many qualities. So his effulgence is even spread over all three worlds, Tejiyasi, by his fame and his glory. And you are talking about him, Kritagasi, and the person who is actually offender. You are talking about these people in between, what is happening. And this is not the new thing. It is happening right now. And today also in the Vaishnava community, we can see that. They performed the great Leela. Daksha. Now here Krutagasi is who? The offender is Daksha. He is not a normal personality. He is a great personality. He is also the great personality. He is doing his duty under guidance of whom? Brahma. Brahma has told him to do the service. So he is doing the duty. And other one is Shiva. He is also who? He is none other than the Gunavatara, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So he is also like we can see materially, at least whatever the demigods would perceive sometimes, or people would perceive sometimes, is also son of Brahma, right? Isn't it? So these two personalities are actually directly under authority of Brahma. Like that, we also Vaishnava would be come under temple authority. Like here, we are under authority of Yugul Kishore Prabhu, right? So wherever we are, we tend to commit a mistakes. So that's why from this pastimes we can learn how to not commit a mistake and where the mistake is going on, where the root cause. The root cause is in our heart. A root cause is in the qualities, the bad qualities like envy. So we have to check them immediately under the guidance of our spiritual master. The Siksha Guru is the most important and most urgent. So where we need to consult. So we need to consult him and immediately eradicate these issues. That's why, yeah, Siksha Guru is very, very important. So then Diksha Guru. So if the Diksha Guru, we have to always get the mercy of Diksha Guru and listen his lectures and guidance. So like that, we have to keep move in our life. So we have to spiritually advance. Even today, Mangalarti is very nice verse of Namamrita. Today is a new, means freshly started, right? It is a, what do we say, another cycle of Namamrita. Here also saying the same thing. Krita Agasi. Krita Agasi. Krita Agasi means that offending. So actually our heart is, how is it? Actually Krutagnya. Our heart is originally Jnayiteti Jnana. Means the knowledge personified is our soul, and our place of the heart. The pool of the heart is for knowledge. Jnayiteti Jna. Krutagnya means what? So with the evidence of knowledge, and we should be grateful, and we should be showing our gratitude towards the Vaishnavas and Siksha Guru and many other Vaishnavas along with us. But instead, what we are doing, instead of being grateful, we become offenseful. It is only because we are not understanding the root cause of our problem. That's called envy. The envy rises in our heart. So originally in the spiritual world, there is no envy, right? But as a shadow, what happened? It become envy. So being grateful, we become envyful. So that is the root cause. So that's why we should appreciate devotees. We should glorify. By being glorifying the devotees, glorifying the fame of devotees, we cannot blaspheme. So that's why here it is saying Krutagnya. Here the opposite of Krutagas is Krutagnya. We should be grateful towards other Vaishnavas. In our hearts, we should genuinely pray and genuinely glorify the devotees. We should keep on continuing like that. Then Akarnya, what we can invite through our IAS, what we can invite in the morning, it was happened that. So the verse is called as Tunde Tandavuni Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Labdaye Karnakroda Kadambini Gatayate Karnarbudebhya Spruha Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim No Jane Janita Kiyabdiramrutai Krishneti Varnadvayi. What we can invite? So when we hear Krishna, because there is no envy, because it's full of jnana, because you are showing the gratitude towards other, and you are showing the gratitude towards the Vaishnavas, and being grateful to your spiritual master and all the Vaishnavas, then you can dissipate all the ignorance and envy, and your heart is ready to receive this Krishna, the two syllables. So by that you will get the nectar. And then at the time you will feel that the 1 year become less. Actually, there is a real feeling you will get it. The 1 year become less. We need more and more. You see, the devotees in the morning, in the darshanarthi time, in the evening, they jump up and down. So Prabhuji is actually is jumping up and down because of great feeling towards Krishna. So at the time he may feel that, okay, whatever my 2 legs and 2 hands have become less, I want more and more. And even some people, so they want more and more hands to do kartal and mridang at a time, and also dance and jump like that. And similarly, you will get the feeling of more and more years is required to hear this glory of Krishna, the name. So whenever we hear the glories of Krishna, so we will become completely satisfied. Here in the morning, the translation was very nice. It said that when we keep the Krishna in our heart, then automatically what happened? Then automatically our mind will be controlled, and by that all our senses should be controlled. Then we are actually in control of the Krishna, and we can, everything makes sense, and the senses are in control. You can do anything. Service for the Krishna will become pleasurable to all the Vaishnavas. So this is the greatest quality, we have to attain it. But instead, what we generally tend to do it, krita agasi, become aggressive. Okay, I am doing this service. I am the most, because without me, this service can't happen. That's what Daksha is thinking. Without me, nothing will happen here. Who is Vashiva and who is somebody else? Doesn't matter for him. So he has so much, the ahankara been raised that he forgot the qualities of other Vaishnavas. And even he is actually elder. You see that? So Shiva came after, Sanak Sanadana Sant Kumar. And so he has so many good qualities. And he simply meditated on Lord. Always he is thinking about Krishna, 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 Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. And sometimes Shri Ram, Rame, 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 Manorame, Shastra Nama Tatulyam, Shri Rama Nama Varanani. Always thinking about Rama. So whenever the Lord's pastimes is happening, so accordingly he will think, always meditate on the Lord. These are the great qualities of the Shiva. But instead, so in his heart, the envy rised, and so that causes agasi, aggressive. So aggressive actions, this agasi in Sanskrit is also called as sin, is a committing sin towards other. Say, as a Vaishnava, we may not incur sin, but what we incur? Offense. So by the offense, what happened? If you keep doing offense, then what is the problem? The problem is very dangerous for you. Maybe lifetime after lifetime. Actually, for many lifetimes, you have to suffer. But instead, if it has been checked by the authority, that is the greatest award for him. So that's why even in our ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the authoritative system we have. Why there is authoritative system? Because it's come from Guru Parampara. So a devotee, either he may be neophyte or Madhyama or Uttama, being under the guidance of a spiritual master, then if there is any mistakes, then that can be immediately checked by his authority. Even we do many services, we don't know whether we are doing right or not. By our ignorance, like agasi, so being aggressive and being sinful, we forgot because of our ignorance. And then what we do? We made mistakes. And we think that, okay, whatever we are doing mistake, that's correct. And if nobody is warning us, we'll keep on going and doing it. That's why for the human beings, it is recommended Manu Smriti. So Manu Smriti is a law book of the human being. You took the body of human. So our human body is like toy for the baby. The baby don't know how to use it. To use properly, what should the boy do? Yeah, you should read the manual. The manual is called as Bhagavad Gita. And if there is a wrong and right, something is happened, to give the proper punishment, law book. The law book for the human being is called as Manu Smriti. In that, if there are any offenses, sins, so immediately should be checked. Otherwise, what happened? This sin become Kutam. This will be stacked. So if it becomes stacked, then he has to roam within this 14 planetary system. Otherwise, 84 lakh species, 8.4 million species. We have to keep roaming. That is simply cycling in this cycle of birth, death, old age, disease. So that's why the Manusmriti as a recommended for a human being to follow these laws. If there is a mistake, then the authority should take action. If it's a government is actually ruling the humans, isn't it? The government is not for the animals, isn't it? It's a mostly managing the humans. The animals and then trees, they manage themselves. It is the only problem with the humans. So we got this very precious human body. We have to utilize properly. So for that, there should be a system. That's why Manu has given this wonderful book. It's called as Manusmriti. In that, if there is an offense, if he commits a murder or like a blasphemy, it's a big blasphemy of the great personality, then he should be immediately killed by any by king's punishment. If it does not happen, then what happened? He will do it again and again. He will do more killings and he will do more offense towards great people. Then incur more loss for him. So here Brahma is telling that, so whatever the yajna been happening, yajna is good for pleasing the Lord. But instead, if you are blaspheming and out of it, you wanted to enjoy the results of the yajna, it won't happen. So prayena means prayaha. Mostly it won't happen. 99.999% it won't happen. That's for sure. So that's why we should be very careful. Bhushatam. So na bhuyat. It's not conducive. So that's why Brahma is telling here not to do any mistakes. And even if there is a blasphemy is going on, what we should do? We should get away from there. Like you see, Vishnu and Brahma, they themselves shown us. So are they in the sacrificial arena? No. What did they do? They immediately get out from there and they went to their places. And that's it. So that's what Brahma is telling. We know that this will happen by the situation we can see. So that's why we get out from there. That's why the devotees, what happens is there are like two people are fighting each other. Okay. It causes Vaishnava Aparadha. And there is another devotee. He is not involved into that. And what he should do, that also we should learn from Brahma and Vishnu here. What we should do? We should immediately get out from there. Not involved into the cause of fighting. Fight happens. It is not that it is something. It is like in the spiritual world, in the Goloka. Shri Kanta Kanta Paramapurusha Kalpatro Jnuma Abhumi Chintamani Karmayutoyam Amrutam Kada Ganam. Even what we speak, it will be like a Ghana, right? So it is not like this. So in the material world, so we took this human body. Body is body. Then automatically what causes? It rises to enviousness and causes some fighting and blaspheming. So that's why that devotee who is not involved into that and should carefully observe and they should discriminate and immediately get out from there. You should not take into his ears that blasphemy. Even it sometimes happened that, Prabhuji, I don't know, these devotees they come to Vaishnava culture, still they fight. And more than their fight is maybe 5 minutes. And this person is talking 50 hours. So it is a small thing, small spark been happened, this fight was happened. Then what happens? The other devotee blaspheming this both the devotees, and is going to every person. Instead of that, you should go to authority. If there is a problem, you can tell that, okay, this is a problem. So how can we resolve it? Like demigods does. So we should be know this the what do you say? This this kind of knowledge and understanding that it's called as Vaishnava etiquette. We should follow this Vaishnava etiquette, and we know how to follow these things. And by the Vaishnava etiquette, we can survive from the Vaishnava aparadh. If there is a Vaishnava aparadh, then your heart, the pool of happiness, the pool of bliss, will turn into tragedy. That's why we should not turn our heart into tragedy, but rather we should convert into happiness by being kritagna. Generally, in this material world, they try to think so offending others is a great joy, isn't it? So they will try to enjoy by if there is any fight is going on, the people will be first to see there. So all people will be gathered there. It is because of their mentality too. There is a joy in seeing the fighting and seeing the blaspheme and fight with others. So we should get out of from it. Otherwise, we cannot able to enjoy the two letters Krishna. No jane janita kiya viramrutai Krishneti varnadvayi. Vaivashvata Manu. He gave us this one, right? So Vaivashvata Manu has sung this Damodarastakam. How sweet is it? Vaivashvata Manu, he sung this one. So the beauty is so much that even Lasat Kundalam Gokulera Jamanam. So his kundala, his earring is going front and back. So as it comes front, it is in the cheek of the Krishna, and it becomes so happy that it even become more tejious. I mean, it is actually become more effulgent. And with that, it is actually that the sparks are on the cheek of Krishna. The cheek of Krishna even looking more beautiful, more and more beautiful. There are many qualities being described here. Vaivashvata Manu is none other than Satyratamani. So he describes the beauty of Krishna, the glory of the Krishna's name. So Damodar Mas also coming. We are very fortunate. We should every day do this one. Chant this Damodar Astakam. Sing. Maybe if possible, in every house, we go and do this program. Even in India also, most of the temples, they conduct the programs, house programs. In every house, and most of the houses, we will go and they will book in a priority, and according to the schedule, we will follow it. So all the devotees will go and chant this Damodar Astakam, and in their entire house, lights will be turned off. And only Diya, the light of Diya is very, it's like a Deepavali in their house. That is the real Deepavali. Deepavali is not that, okay, cracking the fire cracks. It's actually illuminating our heart, being grateful, showing our gratitude towards the devotees. So that's why we should always glorify the devotees, whatever the qualities they have. They may have one or two of the Vaishnava qualities, we should glorify always, so that we can enjoy the glories of the name, qualities, and the form of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Do you have time or? Okay. Yeah. If anybody have any questions, please ask me in the online also. The devotees can ask me by unmuting themselves. Okay, I will I will just raise one question. Actually, among the devotees, there was one devotee. He actually offended another devotee, and he realized that he made an offense. He realized that he made an offense, and he tried to approach the devotee, but other devotee is so rigid that he don't want to see his face also. It happened for 5 years. You see, in our community also it happens. So we should be very careful. So is it really pleasing Krishna? So these two devotees did not talk for 5 years, and the devotee realized he made a mistake. He wanted to ask for forgiveness, but other devotee is not willing to do so. And somehow that devotee came to disciple of Srila Prabhupada and asked him, "What should I do? This person is he does maybe mistakes again and again. So what should we do?" Then the Prabhupada disciple has said simply one thing. If your forgiveness is pleasing Krishna, why don't you do so? If your forgiveness gives your heart with a pool of blissness, the blissfulness, the ananda of Krishna, so why don't you do so? You should immediately forgive him. That's why our Shastras recommend that immediately, even if the person is committing offense towards us, we should immediately forgive in our heart. Even if he is not asking forgiveness, we should immediately forgive in our heart. We should not keep there. Like Shiva, later he does, is Ashutosh. He will be pleased very easily. And how did he so? How did he do so? Because he said that simply when Brahma approached him, what to do? These demigods, Daksha made a mistake against you. Then he says simply, Bala, they are Bala. They are like childish activities they have done. I know it is not a great deal. Okay. So I know they have done mistake. But out of their childishness they did. I didn't take anything in my heart. So like that, we should not take in our heart. We should be aloof from the offenses. When we become aloof from the offenses, then we can really enjoy the pastimes of the Krishna and the devotees. So then he immediately understood this point, and then he himself approached him. And then, sorry, actually, you were trying to approach me. Yeah. So then he was telling that, so whatever is going to happen, okay, yeah, forgive, please leave it. So like that, they discuss. So in their heart, whatever is little offense is there, that the cruelty of offense will remove, and they become happy. Yeah, somebody is telling here. So somebody is asking question. Hare Krishna. In online, somebody is asking me a question earlier.
One second. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prempali Mataji, you're saying something?
No, Prabhu, I think it was by mistake. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu, for a wonderful class. Very instructive, Prabhu. Thank you.
Anyone online has any other question? Okay, then we will end. His Grace Deepak Sundar Prabhu ki
Yes.
jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
जय
Jai Gaura Premanande.
हरि हरि बोल।